Good evening, and welcome to Sunday Night Live with Suzanne Gill. And yes, it is just precisely 8 o'clock. Fabulous. Yes, the day just flies by so quickly. And here we are again. And yet, I hope you enjoyed last week's live. It was really interesting. I listened back through. I thought, thank you very much for everybody who opened up towards so many matters, so many things on the mental health, so many things on spirituality, and how they're feeling, their emotions, and other things that were come into play. So we're going to proceed and follow that through for this week. But I've got a few ideas, and it's like gathering a podcast in ways. And there's a couple of ideas and a few interesting topics I want to just like throw out there. And while I'm waiting for my audience, I can't see any comments. Hold on. And there's private chat comments. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Hello, Ree. Hello, and Gina. Hello. I can see you're all joining me there. Hi, everyone. Give me your feedback on what you thought last week. Yeah, it'd be really interesting to see what you actually feel about the way people view their lives, the way that the situation the world is in at the moment, the uncertainty of it all. It's never been the same since 2020. We're all aware of that. But how do you focus? What really stirs you forward? What is your main goal? What do you really want out of, i.e., your future, your life, or just peace and quiet, if that's the case? And it'd be interesting to see everybody joining me. But this time, I'm going to invite people through a link through Messenger. Because when I was watching back through last week, there was a lot of people that were trying to get on the link and engage with me and chat and me to invite them over. But unfortunately, it was too many people. So I'm going to take my time this one. And I'm just going to pick out a few people that say, hi, yeah, I want to join you live. And we are going to go into a few readings. But the main topic of tonight is, has anybody experienced an imaginary friend? There you go. Let's do that one. Has anybody experienced, or as a family member that they're aware of, experienced imaginary friends? Do you believe in them? Do they actually exist? One got you into trouble, like Drop Dead Fred, with all of one of them. Yeah. But imaginary friends, what are they? Who are they? Do they come in? Is there a pattern forming with them? Is, at the age gaps of where they are? And regression as well as another one. So we're going to go into that tonight as well. So we've got two major things that we can really, really scope on, which is great. Absolutely fantastic. But before, Liz says my niece had one. Would you like to share that with us, Liz? Right. Yes. Liz Bays says her niece had one. Right. And most probably, isn't it strange how all of a sudden they get to that age and they don't mention it again? It's like, and some people don't remember it. Yeah, that's interesting. So, yeah. But before we go into imaginary friends, I just want to bring out a little bit of a interest to my followers and imaginary cloned accounts. Yeah. What do we make of this then? Firstly, there's an imposter flying around that's trying to ask my customers would they like a free reading. If they were that good, I'd get them working for me. But secondly, they are going around and taking over my Facebook, not taking over as such, but cloning it. And telling my customers that, the way that I will word things, and, they've been watching the lives. I am aware of that. And I just want to say, please ignore. They will go away. It's part of the Facebook world. We don't get any other site apart from this one. And it just feels like it's getting monotonous now, and it's getting ridiculous. So I'm going to bring it out every week. I'm going to put an announcement up saying, please don't accept any friends requests. If you see one coming in, I have reported it. please report it as well. And we'll just come to this understanding that they will move off, because I just feel that's going to happen, because they're not going to get anywhere. You understand that I would never ask you for anything like that. If you want to read, and you can book through the website at your convenience, that's what I've always felt. I never force that on anyone. And it's stupidity, really. But yeah, they're flying around somewhere. Yeah. So please be vigilant, watch them. And if you want to message me, that's fine. But please report them, because at the end of the day, there's only so much that we could take. And what can I tell you? It just gets tiring at the end of the day. So, yes, had to share that with you all. So, regression. This is Liz saying her niece used to tell her about times it turned out that it was my auntie and we never met. Oh, wow. As your dad's sister. Would you like to share that with us, Liz? Yeah. Hello, Michelle. Hi. Just seen you join me there, and everybody else. Would you like to come on and have a little, right, okay, a little chat over it? Hold on. Hi there. Comment. Yes. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Send me a message. Right. Okay. Send me a message on Facebook if you can. I'm just going to flip screens now, because I'm going to send somebody the link. Right. Okay. So Liz wants to have a chat about her niece, and I'm just waiting for her to send me a hi. And then I will send you the link, and then you just join me instantly on StreamYard, which is excellent. Yeah. So the topic of tonight is imaginary friends. And then halfway through the night, we're going to talk about regression as well. It's fascinating. Absolutely fantastic. No, Liz, you've got to send me a message on Facebook, like Messenger, if you've got me. Or if not, hold on. I can't send on this device. There you go. I've just sent you my email. Yeah. Please email me, and that'd be great. And then we'll be able to chat and talk about this fascinating thing. And I just feel that it's going to, in the whole concept towards imaginary friends, right? It's been a common occurrence and it's been back since the day. It happens to random few people, but what it does is it opens their mind and their perception towards a different trust, energy, connection. Okay, so when they're communicating with this energy, or is it a spirit or is it a guardian angel, and the descriptions are there, and they're just quite freely just engaging and just interacting, right? And sometimes it could be like the little boy that cried wolf, and say in some ways, and sometimes they could just take it too far and blame everything on the imaginary friend, which has happened in the past. But it's the whole idea of it all. It's the whole catch between the ages of 3 and 6, apparently. There is a very, very strong connection. Hold on, I'll send the link here. There is a very, very strong connection to imaginary friends. So I'm going to send the link. Okay, Liz, follow this link. There you go. Just click on that link. It should bring you down the bottom, and I'll be waiting to hear. I'm very intrigued to know how this appeared and how long it lasted. And is there anybody else out there that has witnessed imaginary friends, or is taken drop dead Fred? That would be my ultimate. I'll tell you something now. It's not that I've been watching Drop Dead Fred recently, but come on, honestly, it'd be epic, wouldn't it? Anybody wants to join me, please join the link. So the topic is imaginary friends regression. We will be having a few readings in between. We'll be connecting on a higher vibration, but I just want to hear your views. I want to really get going with all of these beautiful things, and it's interesting. Of course, it is. Okay. So I'm going to drop the link again. Here we are. There you go. Right. The reason why I'm bringing this out is when I get up on stage, okay, and I connect towards spirit and families and everybody, loved ones, and people that have touched our lives, and across the veil, of course, and it just brings in that source again. Is this something familiar to what I see, because I've seen them all my life, to what's coming through? There is an essence somewhere that is a vibration that unites us in two worlds and two worlds together. But it's funny how we've all had this in us. We've all got this light, but how to fine tune it? It seems to lose us when we lose our innocence, or when we grow up and we've got so many things around us, and the way life takes you on a journey, which it is from the day go, really. But it's interesting to see that these imaginary friends can be something more prominent towards mediumship, more prominent towards, because I was researching recently, and there was a lady that said that she had an imaginary friend, never left her, always stayed with her for the rest of her life. But how was that possible? Did she come to terms to live with it? Did she have, this united kindred bond? Yeah, she did, and she lived her life and moved on. But she always felt that this image of a person, this beauty of a person, was very strong in her life for the whole of her life, really. And I just think that you can just take that to another level again. Okay. So anyway, I've got Sarah. Sarah's there. Join me on this link if you want to. Yeah, we're gonna get to see our followers now. There we go. I've tried to see if I can use it on Messenger. It didn't work. So there's no time, and there is the link. So join me on there. I've got Sarah. Sarah, are you with me? Can you see me? Is your camera off? A lot of people are aware that they can see. Yep. Okay, there you are. Okay, so the topic is imaginary friends and regression, Sarah. Okay, have you got something to share with us? That is excellent. Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up that you're ready to go. Yep, okay, cool. Here we go. Good evening, Sarah. Hello.
Hiya.
How
Hiya.
are you?
All right.
Yes?
Good.
Are you enjoying your
Um,
Sunday? Are you enjoying your Sunday evening?
yeah. I had a
Yeah?
nice relaxing Sunday today. Yeah.
Fabulous. I wish I could say the same. I ended up with my afternoon with dipping in gloss,
Now look at the
and
coffee
my
I got.
house is stinking your paint. Yeah. Have you got company there as well?
It's the Benz. It's just made herself iced coffee.
Is she going to say hello?
Oh, she's away now.
Is she away, is she?
Aye.
So, Sarah, thank you very much for joining me. And it's an open discussion and podcast, and talk freely about what I've just mentioned there. Imaginary friends. Is this something that you've experienced, or is it something that somebody else has experienced, or do you think it's fascinating what you could really come, draw it all together and find that little bit of balance somewhere?
Yeah, like when I was little, I can't really remember it myself, but I had an imaginary friend. And
Right.
it's my mum that's told us about it. But it was the house that we lived in. There used to be a pond in the back garden, and there was a
Yeah.
little girl drowned in the back garden. But I used to talk to her, but I can't remember it myself. I was really young,
Oh
and
my God.
yeah. So
So
But I
that was
like,
an earthbound spirit that drew to you from being a baby.
yeah, when I was really young. But I can't like remember it myself. And then when I used to go to my aunt's house, I used to draw like Indian chiefs, like pictures of them. And like I've always felt drawn to them, but I don't know why. I've got no connection to like Indians or anything. It's really strange.
No, that's unique. I could bridge that gap for you about the Indians if you want me to. But firstly, an earthbound spirit has come to you, and so you must have been a vibrant light then when you were young. We still are now, of course you are, but it's your innocent must have been vibrant for this energy to come forward. Did the spirit? I know you can't remember, but did the spirit stay with you for a while?
Well, we lived in that house, and but then we moved. But like I used to play with her, and I used to go out, but I used to sit on the mound of dirt, what used to be the pond. But we didn't know at the time. It was like afterwards that my
Oh
mum
wow!
found out.
Yeah.
And like I used to say, could she come? Like my mum used to say, do you want to bring her in? But she couldn't come into the house. But I don't know. It's
Right.
so I used to play outside in the garden with her.
The reason why she couldn't come in is because spirit can only walk on old grounds that they remember. So that it was new grounds to her, so she couldn't have been able to. If she would have passed through that essence, then it would have been. She knew. She most probably tried it before, but it's remarkable that this young girl you know struck a bond with you, because it's a lovely thing. But was your mom ever frightened? Did she find it difficult, or
I
was
don't
she
think
okay
so.
with it?
I think she was okay. Like because my
Yeah,
mum believes in spirit as well. So
fabulous. That is so good. Yeah, that is so lovely. So, do you know? Can I ask you a question, though, Sarah? Sometimes you feel like your instincts are still like precise,
yeah,
like to
like I've
this very
got good
day.
instinct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, because
yeah,
that's left you a little bit like you're very open towards, you can gauge somebody. For instance, if you're meeting somebody, you can warm to them, or you just take an instant dislike to them straight away. Yeah,
yeah, mm,
right, that's
yeah.
fascinating. So the Native Americans, when did they come into your life?
Oh, I've always been like had like a fascination, like and being drawn to them, like Egypt and stuff. But I think that's just because I'm interested in it. But like I've always felt like I'm connected to them, even though I'm not.
Oh
No,
wow, have you ever tried to look further into that?
no.
No, you just don't. You just because if you came to my house, right, would you believe that I've got Native Americans all over the place? I feel that once you get pictures of them, they protect you.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay,
feel like. Like, yeah, as
they
if like
feel
they
they feel
protect you.
close to you. Yeah,
Yeah,
and that would be your guardian angel plus your guide. He most probably came to you, and it's a male, and he most probably came to you when you were very young to protect
yeah.
you.
Well,
So sorry, I
yeah,
do
like
apologize.
it was. I used to draw pictures of him, like especially like at my auntie's house, and then but she like passed away when I was young as well. But
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
it's like,
wow.
do you know all the feather headdress and stuff? Like
Yes.
that's. I used to draw pictures of that, and I didn't know what it was when I was little. Like I've never seen an Indian before. Uh,
That's fascinating, that,
yeah.
Sarah. That is really good. Have you talked openly about this, or is it just something that it's like you can
Yeah,
really?
like I used to go to like a spiritualist church, but I just felt like overwhelmed. Like so, the
Mhm.
woman said I could do like a thing to draw a gold thread around us,
Yeah,
and would keep things away because I just overwhelms us.
yeah. And does that break your sleeping pattern as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Because every
It can be
sense of
scary sometimes. Like sometimes, so I just try and like block it out because I don't know what I'm doing and it scares us. So
yeah.
yeah.
I can fully understand that as well, Sarah, because like I say, from being a child to be living a life, as well as dealing with spirit and everything else that's coming in. And you, like you've just said, you've lost your auntie, you've lost family members that are very close to you, and then you've got all that grief as well. Your Native American guide will protect you as much as they can, but sometimes they show you things that you're not meant to see, and
Yeah.
sometimes they show you just to let you know that you're aware of it. Do you see what I mean?
Uh-huh.
That it's there. It actually exists. And with us living in the modern day age, um, there's some things that are never ever never ever for the future. Meaning there is the yin and the yang. Do you see what I mean?
Hmm.
But with you being a
Yeah.
very, very light worker and helping people, like what you do, you don't realize you're doing it, but you are. You're a beautiful light. You just got to understand that it's sometimes it's like it's trying to cope with it. Like it comes
Yeah.
onto you like that, it'll just appear like that, you
Hmm.
know. And I just feel
Yeah.
it's. Do you ever thought of channeling through to your spirit guide to ask you for a little bit more unison,
Yeah, I'm a
like
bit scared. I'm a bit
you feel
scared.
you're a bit frightened of it all. So you're quite happy
Yeah.
to just keep it neutral the way it is.
Yeah. I would like to, but it's just I'm scared.
I don't blame you because, like I say, spirit world's like the vast open sea, isn't it? You just don't know
Yeah.
where the wave's going to go, and it's like unexpected, which the sea is, right? But it's more to say is you've got a gift. You might use it in other ways of looking after the kids. It may be just
Hmm.
at a channel where you are in your life, so it's have that nice little balance, but it's there if you need it,
Yeah.
and that's lovely to know. Oh, thank you for
Mm.
sharing that, Sarah. I really appreciate it. Honestly, I
That's
do.
all.
But you're a very strong person. That's what I picked up on you from you straight away. Is I
Mm.
admire you for your strength. But
Thank
there's
you.
one thing I need to say to you. You will get your peace and quiet one day. You will get that day of you're not sitting there sitting around, but you will get that day very soon. So they're trying to tell me this. It's what you've been craving for. But Sarah, I just want to say sometimes this is one thing I need to tune in. I hope you don't mind. There is a gentleman that just came in with your energy when I was speaking to him. He was a young lad, and he went through a lot.
Yeah.
And I just want to let you know he's with you, love. Okay,
Yes.
and he's always there. And I know you. I know it's not so much you're still angry about the whole thing, but you just can't see past it.
Yeah.
And he wants to let me know he's with you. So I hope you don't mind. I'll give that to you. Is that okay with
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers.
But Sarah, thank you very much. Thank you. I'll let you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much for joining me live. Very interesting. Absolutely beautiful. You're an angel. And enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you very much, love. Thank you. Good night.
Thanks. Thanks.
Thanks now.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, how fascinating. That is so nice. I love that, and how she's drawn to the Native Americans, and it's like it's past life connection, but it's like it's forming into this life. Join me, please do. Let's go for this. I'm going to copy the link again, and anybody would like to talk about spiritual experiences, something that scared you, imaginary friends, something that opened up and you don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing, join me. The links are below. Yeah, the first time I was a time holder. I've seen you on my Facebook. Oh, that is beautiful, that Angie. That's so nice. Thank you. Hello. I can see everybody join me. I was in Thailand and the monks got drawn to me. Oh, Laura, that is so cool. That is so spiritual. Yeah. Would you like to join me, Laura? Please join the link. I'm just going to send it over again to everyone. It's really lovely because there is a lot of things that are changing in people's ways, moods, and spirituality doesn't have any boundaries, you know, none whatsoever. So you could sit there and be amongst a group of people at a lovely dinner table, having the time of your life, and the next minute something just comes in and just goes, just open your eyes. Yeah. Just, Laura, please join me. Let me hear your experience. Anybody else who would like to join me, please follow the link below. Last time I was here, we had a beautiful conversation. There was a lot of engagement, a lot of happiness as well that was coming in, and things that you could complete. But when it comes towards us as spiritual people, which we all are, we all come down the same alignment. We all came down Arcturus. We all came down that vibration. And to find this niche, to find the balance, maybe that's our learning curve. We're all here to learn what is important to us, learn everything that is absorbed. They say never be complacent. That is very true. But when you're trying to find a big part of you, sometimes the spirituality just takes you on that journey. It lets you find a focus on what's important to you. And I strongly believe that when it comes towards my journey, what I've gone through and all the other things that have come my way, I laugh in the face of it now. I really do, because my philosophy is live for today. Don't worry about yesterday. Don't worry about the past. Live for today, because you get a lot more done. You get a lot more view. You get a lot more insight. And when it comes towards you just having a beautiful day like it was in the Northeast today, lovely, sun was shining, absolutely great. Yeah, keep focused. Okay, we've got Lindsay, waiting for her to join with the camera. And Lindsay would like to share her experience of what happened to her in Thailand when it's connected to the monks. While I'm having a nice cup of coffee. Okay. Yeah, of course it is, Andrea. We could talk about it on here if you'd like to join in me on the link. Hello, Anita. Hello, Auntie Eileen. Hello. I can see everybody join me now. Yeah, please join me on this link. That is so true, Auntie. The past's in the past. That's why I say you focus in the present, you think about what you're going to do in that day, and your past's looking a little bit more sweeter, isn't it? Because you're in control. Too busy thinking about the past, just delves into it, and you're bringing that baggage into the next day. Why? It's not the way it should be. You know? So, Lindsay, would you like to join me? Please, I've sent the link off. Anybody else would like to join me? Please share your spiritual experiences, imaginary friends, hauntings, from from a child, from present day, here and now. Anything that really you'd like to express. Oh, Tiffany, thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, I've got my readings. I've got a full day readings tomorrow. Yes. Looking forward to meeting you, Tiffany. Thank you. Oh, that is lovely, Aileen. That is beautiful. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm sharing the link again. Oh, Lindsay's gone. It looks like the link isn't working. Oh, hold on. She's back again. Here we go. You just give me a message when you're ready, Lindsay, as I can see you on the screen. Are you ready to join me? Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Yep. You should see me okay? Hello, Janice. It's lovely to connect with you. Thank you very much. Please come and join me. Join me live. We talk about imaginary friends. Lindsay, are you ready? Can you see me okay? Oh, thank you so much. That is so nice of you. Thank you. It was beautiful. I loved it. Thank you. It was really lovely to see you all. Had a really good night. Okay. Lindsay. Let's see if I can join. Let's see if she can join me. Can you see me?
Yeah.
We're live.
Oh,
Are you okay?
yes, are you?
Not too bad. Not
Good.
too bad. Yes, a bit mild today. Beautiful.
A bit what?
It was lovely today.
It was.
Yes. Did you have a nice day?
Yep, it's been very busy.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Well, you know what it is? I think the more we keep our minds occupied, and when we do enjoy a nice cup of tea and a rest, it's value, isn't it? It's like, oh, great.
It is.
So, Lindsay, you experienced something in Thailand, did you
I've
say?
never been to Thailand. No, I've never been to Thailand.
Oh, it's the wrong Lindsay. Are you going to Thailand?
No, I don't think so.
There may be something on the cards. You never know. Right. So you never went to Thailand. So that is a little bit of a hiccup. So what would you like to share with us? Imaginary friends? Or anything?
I don't know.
Any questions you'd like to ask me?
Well, I'm doing quite a lot of meditating at the minute to see, like, to help with like a spiritual awakening. How can you help with that?
Yeah. So whereabouts are you in the meditation? I mean, how often do you use it? How often
I do every day.
Right. Okay. And you draw your attention to your psychic eye, yeah?
Yeah, still can't open it, but I'm trying.
Right. Okay. So you're drawing your attention to your psychic eye. If I try this then, before you do meditate, right? Put that here, the fingers to the psychic eye. Ask for Saint Michael to come in.
Right.
With the indigo blue. The indigo blue is the vibration of the velvet sky. Okay.
Right.
And then the intention is drawn, and then you're meditating and you go into a relaxed state, and then the colors will start to form. But it depends on what kind of meditation you're using as well. Is it something that you use regular?
Not really. I've been trying different ones to see which ones are more helpful.
That's most probably
I'm
where you
better
go.
with I'm being better with a guided one than just trying on my own.
Yeah. Well, I can send you some of mine. I do a lot of meditations. Okay. And they're called escapes. And what that means is escape to Egypt, escape to the forest, and it just winds you down, but also it grounds you. One thing you've got to be fully aware of, Lindsay, if you've been meditating for a while, do you often find that sometimes you feel a lot more heavier when you come out?
Yeah.
It's because they're not grounding you down.
Right, okay.
So you can imagine that you're channeling like a rainbow of light all over your aura. You're channeling to your higher self, which is here, and then you've got your star self, and then you've got your higher conscious, which is God's energy coming in. Right. You're leaving that vibrant, and then you're waking up the next day, you're still like a beacon of light. You're walking around taking everybody's negativity, and you feel a little bit more suppressed because you're not grounding your energy back down. Okay. So what you've got to do is, everywhere you go, just look at it, this is in a way, you've got a strength, you've got a resource. So when you come in and do your meditation, just relax, take the earphones away from, nice and peace and quiet. Ask for your guardian angels to come in, and then just visualize a golden strand running from the feet.
Okay.
All the way up the body, all the way around the chakras till it gets to the crown, down the back of the neck, all the way down the base of the spine, back down to the feet and back down to the earth star.
Right.
Then you find that you're fully grounded then.
Right.
Okay.
I'll try that. Okay.
Yep. And it's like I always say, meditation is something that is really focused. You can really go delving into it. And it's great when you've got a healer right next to you as well. Have you tried that before?
No.
Right. Okay. So it's like you can be able to channel through to a group. Have you tried group meditations?
No, I haven't. I've just been on my own.
Sometimes it's nicer to get that focus of everybody else in the room.
Okay.
Okay. So, Lindsay, where do you want to take this? Do you want to start developing it in ways that you can be able to balance you and your well-being, or do you want to use it so you can use it as a platform for others?
Well, yeah, I'm just at the point where I just think there is more than what meets the eye with life, sort of thing. There's definitely more going on, and I just sort of want to like tune into that.
Now that is beautiful. That would just be a massive awakening for what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Yeah.
can only grow when you grow.
Right. Okay.
Okay, and they will grow in time, and as long as you plant the seed, and it's like, go back. If I advise you, stay with earth meditations, forest, mountains, you're walking on the ground, seashore, that type of thing. Don't go into something that is like taking you on a journey and it's taking you, elevating you. Okay.
Okay.
The reason why I'm saying that is because we've got to ground ourselves first, which and we've got to take it from the ground up.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And then you'll find that
Yeah.
you're a lot more balanced. And then you give it a couple of weeks and then take it to another, like if you want to go to the city of light, or you want to go keep away from galactic energy at the minute.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if you've ever tried that, or sound baths. Sound baths are great, but they can tune into something that is a little bit more meaning, and the way that the sound vibration comes in can take it away and elevate you, and it's not what you want.
Right. Okay. So stay grounded.
Stay grounded, and you'll find that will then start giving you more focus, and then you'll start seeing a lot more.
Okay. Fab. Thank
Okay.
you. Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me, Lindsay?
No, everything's fine.
That is lovely, because you know what I can honestly say, can I be able to channel through to this energy that's coming in then?
Yeah.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, okay. I know that you're not 100% on everything in your life at the minute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And maybe that's giving you a reason to pursue what you want, but your career is important to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they're trying to tell me here, just focus on trying to get another assignment, or focus on trying to enhance on that. That's what they're trying to tell me at the moment, right? I've got a beautiful lady that's around you, and she's very close to you, and she wants to let me know she's safe now.
Okay.
But she also wants to let you understand as well that her family have been scattered all over the place.
Yeah.
And it's difficult. She says it's very difficult to give you this like you're searching for, you're soul searching. That's what I'm trying to say to you. And this is what's important, but don't search anymore, because she's trying to let me know she'll always be beside you. The way she passed over, it was all over the place. There was a lot of tension, and it was unnecessary. And she just wants to let you understand she's found peace. So she's giving that to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you.
And she wants to let me understand that don't make a statement of, I want to do this on my own. You've got to have give and take in life. And she just wants to tell you, it's nice to see you smile, but you've come a long way over the last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she wants to let me know. Okay.
Okay.
Where's the connection to? It's either Mary or Maury connection to you.
No, I don't know.
It's either Maury. It's not Maureen. It's a Maury, or it's maybe a Mary connection. But I do see this lady wants to let you understand that she is found a beautiful balance with another sister. So she wants to give you this. And she also wants to let you understand as well. Try and make amends with the gentleman. Try and sort it out with the gentleman. That's what she's bringing her energy through. She just brought it back through again. She wants to tell me that she misses you. Everything's going to be okay. But she wants to let you understand. If you find that vibration with the meditation, you'll find her.
Okay.
She's pulled back through, love. Did you enjoy what
you
said?
Yeah, I did. Thank you.
It's been
Thank
a
you.
pleasure, Lindsay. And did that help you in any way about meditation?
Yeah, I did, definitely.
Yeah. Thank you very
Yeah.
much, my love.
Okay.
Enjoy the
Thank
rest
you.
of the evening. Thank
You
you.
too.
Bye
Bye.
now. Okay, that is fantastic. Meditation. Fascinating. Yeah, there's a lot of people. I hope there's a little bit of knowledge there could help somebody else on live, because meditation can be vast. It could take you on different, so many platforms, but it's how to balance it. It's how to find it. And that's the importance of it all. Okay. I can see everybody's joining me. I'm going to send this link again. And is everybody enjoying tonight? There we go. Yes. Now I've got Aileen. Aileen, can you hear me? Yes. And we're talking about imaginary friends. Okay, Aileen. Are you ready? Fabulous. Here we go. Hello. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Yay!
How are you?
I'm all right, thanks. I'm all right.
Yes. You're looking well.
Sorry?
You're looking well.
Oh, cheers, my dear.
It's good to see you on live. It really is. So, Aileen, we have got our topic tonight is imaginary friends.
Well, I went on your link because you said something about hauntings as well.
Yes.
Oh my, honestly. I had the worst experience ever in my life.
Wow.
It was terrifying.
Okay.
I actually thought I was being burgled because I was in bed and my bed went, it's as if somebody had pushed my bed down, which is what woke me up. And it went right down the side of my bed to my dressing table. And I'm lying there and I'm like, just take anything, take all of it. I don't care, just take all of it. And I watched this guy walk the back of the bottom of my bed and to my door, and he disappeared.
Wow.
Absolutely terrified me. I couldn't. I was that frightened. I couldn't move. I was physically paralyzed. I couldn't move.
Oh wow. So
that
when was this? Is this in your house?
I've moved now. I moved house. It was. I actually went because I went to our church and said to our vicar, "Can you just come and just bless my house, please? Just bless my house." And I have to say that was actually even scary as well.
Oh my God.
Oh man, the most.
How long how long did you live in the house for?
6 years.
So you had this like constant haunting.
Well, you know what? It's funny because my boys, I've got 3 boys, and none of them would come into my bedroom.
Oh wow.
Never said why. My middle one, Pete, always said that he saw children in my car. I'm like, come on, get in the car, let's go. So I'm not going yet. There's some boys in the car.
How old was your son at the time?
Pete was 6, 7.
So he's fully aware of all these children around the house. They're in the car.
Yeah. Oh, so scary.
That must have turned your world upside down then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
everything was fine beforehand.
Sorry?
Everything was fine before.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny how it vacuums in and it just leaves such an impression, doesn't it?
Oh man, honestly. I have a neighbour that I didn't realise at the time, but she was into all spiritualism. And I told her what had gone on. I told her about Peter and the boys and the boys in the car. And she went, "Oh, thank goodness you told me that. I can tell you this now. There's a little boy, a blonde-haired little lad that sits on your stairs." I'm like, "Oh my God."
Oh.
it was really strange because when you get that feeling that there's always somebody there at the back.
Yeah.
And like in your peripheral vision, and when you turn around, there's nobody there. I always got that constant.
So did you check out the history of the place then?
It's a new build. There were new built houses, and it was just fields. It wasn't as if it was built on top of anything. It was just fields. So yeah, but scary as.
Wow. So as soon as you experienced the gentleman coming around, sitting on the end of the bed, and then moving off to the side dresser, that was it.
Yeah.
You moved.
Because it didn't. I've seen my granddad come out of my grandma's bedroom, and that didn't frighten me at all. That was fine. That was the feeling about it. The whole kind of atmosphere was fine. This was really dark. This was really scary.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm quite open-minded about it all. I realise we're not alone and we've got spirits.
Yeah.
But that was a real dark, and that's what scared me about it, because it was so dark.
Oh wow.
And a really heavy atmosphere.
Yeah. And you're instantly aware of it. Your fight and flight just go.
Yeah.
You're in shock more than anything else.
Yeah. You know what? I think that's what because I was literally paralyzed. I wanted to move the covers up over me, and I couldn't do that. I couldn't even lift my arms up. And I'm just lying there saying, just take it. Just take everything.
Wow.
Scary. Yeah.
And were you in the house on your own that night, or the kids in bed? Or?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, why did you come into my house?
I was going to say, I know. And that's the scary bit about it all.
Yeah.
It's basically what message is all that about. And you said it was a new build as well. It's got to come from the grounds of the house.
Yeah, it was new build. So the house was about, I moved in, I was a second occupant in it. So I think the house had been built about 6 years.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
So really, that's uncanny. It doesn't matter about all the new modern stature and the new walls and everything else renovating. It's what if there's something on the grounds, it stays on the grounds.
Yeah, I didn't look at that, to be honest. I didn't look into that.
Mm-hmm.
I just moved.
That's fascinating. But wow, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Eileen, that is something else. And does it still pop in your mind now and again when when you're in the house? Not like you're constantly aware of it. Yeah?
Yeah, it does. I fill my house with them. I don't watch anything. I don't do scary movies. I don't do thrillers. I don't have anything, that negative stuff in my house ever. Now everything's just happy. And I just fill my house with that. That
love. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the house holds love. It does.
Yeah.
It's your home, isn't it? It's your sanctuary. And it needs to be that way. But when you've got something like that on top, woof, God.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And it only happened once, did it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
yeah, just the once. That was enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, my God, definitely. You know what? It's more than enough, isn't it? You're like, oh. And you know what gets you? It's when you come out of it, it takes it. I know that I've experienced a lot of things which you're aware of, Eileen, with what I do. But when you come out of it, you're like, you're not the same, like.
No.
You're not. For weeks, you're not.
No, you're not at all.
No way. And bedtime doesn't seem so relaxing, does it?
No way. No.
So really, it just opens your eyes to another thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a tough month. That took me about a month.
Did it?
Settle. Yeah.
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 And
I think because I was so conscious of the boys as well, because I'd experienced that, and I'm thinking, oh my Lord, if they're picking up on stuff, that's I think that's why it took so long. But yeah, scary biz.
It is. And another thing as well, it's also your control.
Yeah.
If it is somebody forbid anything happens, and
Mm.
like, we get intruders or we get burglars, we can just always capture them, throw them in the room, or well,
Yeah.
if you can capture them, of course you can. But it's something that is on a spiritual level. That is everything out of your control.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Instant. And that is it. So
Yeah.
they can take you on a journey on Goodnight Vienna, whatever, you look at the whole thing, but you don't really realize that until later on.
Yeah.
You sit down and you think, it could have been, you
Yeah.
feel so vulnerable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I
mean, like I say to you, it's so uncanny that these things happen. But a lot of people say to me when they've had a haunting, or why me?
Yeah.
I say it's crossed your path.
Yeah.
That's it. It doesn't matter. You can't take that on. You retracted it, or you brought it in the door, or anything like that. No, if you walk into an unlucky house, you know about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, it only happened that once. So.
Yeah. Do you often find with that house as well? It never had that warmth, that feeling of warmth.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, because I had to move into that house before. There was I had a really horrid neighbour, which kind of put us into that house. We just moved because of that. So it wasn't one I chose. It was chosen for me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It was a house that came up that we had to move into. So it wasn't it wasn't my choice. It was there for us at the time, so we moved in. Yeah, not a good choice.
I can imagine. I mean, that would be a dreaded time. It's like, you're thinking that you're attracting all of this, and then you've had that, and then you're walking into something like that.
Yeah.
And the hauntings, they carry on. They're always there. They've been here since we've been here, and it's impressions, it's blueprints, it's something that you see past the veil of, or see past the anger and the oppression, and find out that there was a spirit there somewhere. But when you've got a multitude of them all at the same time, it is terrifying.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Scary biz.
Yes, thank you for sharing that with me, Eileen. I
Yeah,
really appreciate it. I really do. And do you mind if I just pick up on a couple of things before we end our call? Is that okay?
Yeah, fine.
Are you still doing your wonderful paintings?
I am, yeah.
Right? They're trying to tell me you've just done one of a family member, have you?
Oh, I have, yeah.
Because they're saying thank you.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, was that Mum?
Yeah.
Yeah. She says thank you. She stood by you when you did that.
Oh, wow. Don't get me going.
Because it broke your heart. And you've just finished it a couple of weeks ago. She wants to let me know. Thanks, love.
Oh, fab.
Because you were thinking, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not ready.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it just come to you. Well, she's in the room and she's very proud of you for that.
Fab.
I hope that gives you comfort.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
And it's a beautiful picture.
Thanks.
It's a lovely one. You've still got to do a rosy cheeks though, but apart from that, it's a beautiful picture. So I hope that gives you comfort, Aileen.
Yeah, thank you, Suzanne.
Hey, no problems. Thank you for sharing your experience. And
you're welcome.
You're fascinating, absolutely amazing. And the whole experience was something else. Yeah. You could write 10 books on that, my dear. Oh, thank you very much.
No, thank you.
It's lovely connecting with you. Thanks
you too. All right, you take care. See ya. Bye.
That's so lovely. Andy says when he lived in a Victorian terrace house, his wife was sure. Hold on, I'm going to put these details up. I saw a gent at the top, a hat. Oh, wow, in one of her son's bedrooms. That's interesting. Would you like to share it with me, Andy? Please come and join me. Jonah, yeah, Archangel Michael for protection. That is beautiful. Very, very strong strength. Beautiful energy. Yes. Now then, we have Liz. Liz, are you with me? Yes. Would you like to come and join me? Here we go. Hello, Liz.
Hello.
How are you?
It took us a while to get on because I didn't know what to do.
I see
Not
you've been
very
watching.
technical.
Oh, bless you. Did you get on okay?
Yeah, after about 3 attempts. But I'm
Well,
on.
you know it is. Thank you very much for persevering with that. And thank you very much for joining me. So, Liz, we're talking about hauntings and imaginary friends tonight.
Yeah, what it was my niece had a one years ago when, she's in her, I don't know if she's in her late 30s or early 40s, and she was only about 6 or 7. And she was always talking to somebody in her bedroom. And her mum used to say, "Who you talking to?" She went, "I'm talking to me friend." She says, "Your friend, there's nobody there." She went, "There is, it's me friend." They call her Peggy. And she wears a big boot on her foot. Well, it was me dad's sister who died. I'd never ever met her. They called her Peggy, and she used to have like a boot on her foot. She had one foot bigger than the other, and she used to wear a boot. And now we call me niece, I call her Peggy. But it was just something small to tell you. But it when we used to talk about it, it was my dad's sister
Oh, isn't
who
that
passed
fascinating?
away years and years ago. I don't know if I was even born, but when she used to tell me mum, she used to say she's talking to Peggy, and me mum used to say, yeah, Herbie's sister had a sister called Peggy, and she used to wear a boot.
Oh, that is excellent. And she can't remember it whatsoever. Your niece.
Oh yeah, she still remembers it now. She would tell her. She went, yeah, I used to talk to her because she goes to spiritual church and there a lot as well.
Oh, lovely.
And she was trying to learn how to do it, and she's very spiritual herself. But she must have only been about 7. And she used to go on about it. And then it was my mum used to say, it's Peggy, Herbie's sister. She died when she was young, but she used to wear a boot on her foot.
Yeah, that's amazing. That so she must have come in like a guardian angel for her then.
Yeah, she used to sit in her bedroom and say, "I'm talking to Peggy."
Lovely.
And she wears a big boot. It was weird, So
You would have understood if it, you would have understood it more if it would have been granddad or, your mom's dad or things like that. But it's remarkable, isn't it?
It was
and
just
did she stay around for a while?
Sorry?
Did she stay around for a while?
Oh, a long time, yeah. Yeah, quite a while. She used to talk about all the time in her bedroom.
That's lovely. Wow. Thank you for sharing that with us, though, Liz.
I thought, I would just type it in when you mentioned, imaginary friends and that.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny how 1 out of maybe 10 children that cross your path, one will just be a little bit more vibrant than the other.
Yeah.
And like you said, your niece is still trying to develop that. That is brilliant, that.
Yeah. And she was only very young herself when she used to say, I've got a friend, and they call her Peggy. And she used to tell her mum.
That's excellent, That is so good. It's like what I always say. I remember an experience about this young girl, and she used to have this little girl that followed her around everywhere, and they didn't realize it was her unborn twin.
Oh.
But that was like the connection. It's like the mirror link of that spirit coming in. So it depends, and often you find that it's young people that have passed over as well,
Yeah.
family members.
I mean, I don't know how old she was when she passed over, Peggy, but as I say, she used to say her name and about her foot and everything. It was amazing. Like, and then it thought, it's me auntie, really. It's my dad's sister.
Mm-hmm. That is fascinating. That. And did your dad die young?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's always
Yeah.
with you, your dad.
yeah. He died 1984.
Wow,
He was
really?
54. Yeah, and the girl I'm talking about now, my niece, her dad's my brother.
Yeah.
And it's his memory today. It's 2 year today for him.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, yeah. He my brother. So, which is
Oh,
fine.
look.
Everyone's okay. They're in a better place, aren't they?
Well, he's right by. He's like your mother, your brother.
Yeah,
He's a lot like your mom.
very.
Yeah. And
He is.
can I bring him in?
Yes,
Can I bring all of them in?
you can bring all of them in. Yes, that'll be lovely.
Because it's funny that we're connecting now, and it's his second memory, and he loves all his kids.
Yeah.
He's a very, very like bubbly man. Give you the world if he could. He's offered you
Yes.
the world like this, but he's so much like your
Yeah.
mother. I can see your mum right next to him.
Yeah.
Okay. But I've got to honestly tell you, there's another lady with, like, you know, when you got them tight rollers in your hair, you know, them really tight rollers, that's right next
Yeah.
to your mother. She must be connected to her as well. Okay.
Right.
So your brother's coming in. There's another girl that's passed as well as, I mean, you understand the Peggy, but there's a little girl that's passed as well. Oh, did your mom lose? So your dad lost Peggy, and did your mom lose a sister?
No. No.
And where's the connection to? It's either Doris or Doreen.
Yes. Doris, they were like sisters. It was her sister-in-law.
Right. Well, I need to tell you, she's with Doris.
Yeah, they went to school together and everything years ago, and that's how she met my dad, through Doris, his sister. It's my dad's sister, and her and my mum were really, really close.
Well, she's with Doris. And
Yeah,
who's
she
Huey?
will.
Huey. She's
Huey.
with Huey. Or she's with
Yeah.
Doris as well. Okay.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
your mother's laughing and joking here, and she's giving Doris an hour nudge. And the two of them just will not be, if you couldn't prize these two apart, man.
No,
And
they
she
were
said-
really close.
She's trying to tell us here. She says, "Oh, do you know what it is? I love all of yous. I love them to bits. I love feeding yous all, but I love Lord Dorry."
Yeah.
And she's laughing and joking here, but she misses you desperately, terribly, your mum. She misses you every day, and every time you get something new in the house. Not that it's like a vase; it often breaks. Because she wants to let me know she's holding on to it. Your mother wants to tell me she's right beside you. Okay. But your brother's okay. Were you supposed to have gone to a gathering? Was that at the weekend?
Yes.
And did you go?
It was today, but we didn't. We're going for our dinner, but we couldn't get booked, so his wife and daughter and sister-in-law went, and I said, "Oh, I'm not going. I'm not waiting till 5." But we had arranged something a few weeks ago for we all to get together, but
Yeah.
that fell through, so they went out. But I've thought about them all day.
Well, I've got to honestly tell you, he was with them.
Oh, lovely.
And he says
Lovely.
it cost us new to have a meal.
No.
As great as he is, and the way he is, he was surrounded with 3 beautiful women, and he wants to let you know he was a very lucky man.
Yeah, he was.
He was a very lucky man. Beautiful energy, just top dollar. I just want to let you know he's around you. He's always, but he's with the girls. Can I ask as well? How can I put this? Where's the Alec? or Alan connected to your brother?
Alan, Alec. In spirit,
Yes.
it was his friend.
He's with him.
Yeah, was his
He's found
friend.
him.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
So will you pass that message on?
I will do. I will.
And your mum is very happy. She's happy when she's blown you kisses, and she wants to let you know she'll always come and see you. But your brother, he's safe with mum.
Oh, yeah.
He just wants to be aware of that. And yeah, and your father. You could find your father in, how can I put it? He's like a needle in a haystack, your dad. Whether he disappears now and again, he just comes in and out.
Oh, bless
He
them.
wants to share his love there. And thank you very much, Liz.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Did you enjoy your message?
I did. It was lovely. You've uplifted us. Thank you so much. God bless.
And you're from the heart, love. Thank you for sharing your experience. I'll see you
Thank
very
you.
soon, Liz. Thanks
a
you.
lot. Thank you.
Bye
Bye.
now.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Oh, that was beautiful. Really nice. I'm going to share this link over. Who would like to come and join me? Is it? Hold on, I've just seen somebody there. I hope you're enjoying it. Carol Woodburn lived in a 16th milled 17th century house. Oh, Carol, would you like to share it with us? That'd be interesting. Trish, are you with me? Hello? Can you give me a wave that you're there? And have you got something like you'd like to share with us? Imaginary friends, hauntings, regression, and anything else that's connected. I've shared the link to everyone, and please come and join me. So I'm ready to connect with Trish. Hello,
Hiya.
Trish.
Hiya.
How are you, Henny?
I'm okay.
Yes.
I'm all right. Yeah. Well, I've been in this house 2 years. And it's early hours of the morning. Every morning there's banging. It's got stronger. I've noticed it a lot more the past couple of weeks. But it seems as if it's coming from my son's room.
Right.
So I go in and he's fast asleep. There's nothing obviously he's not awake, opening, shutting his cupboard door. But if I'm awake around about that time as well, and I'm just sitting or like in my room, it feels as if there's someone in my bedroom door, and I get that feeling like someone's watching us. It's just I don't know if it's got to the point where is it in my head or but there is like a few like so I was sitting one day in my room with me like my oldest daughter, and everything just like fell off the top of the wardrobe, and there was no reason for it. Like there was no one went past and brushed it off or anything like that. It just all come off the top of the wardrobe. So it's just things like that.
The noises, Trish, how often is it? Is it 3 repetitive bangs, or is it a lot more than that? Is it tap, or is it bangs?
It's like an old cupboard door open and shutting. It's like
Right.
It's got the metal clasp on it, and you can hear it like opening and shutting.
And it's happening since the day you moved in, yeah?
Yeah, but I've only just really got to the part of noticing it more lately. But it just I don't know. It's just it's just I don't know if I was just like, is it in my head? But it just seemed as if things was just getting to the point where
It's getting on the
Yeah, and there's always something going wrong in this house. Like currently at the minute, I've got no bathroom because the shower, the water's pouring through the kitchen ceiling. Just everything's going wrong. It, just feels as if like there's always something goes wrong in this house.
Right. And how are you feeling in yourself? Does it make you feel really down, like heavy?
No, I wouldn't say that. I'm not scared. I'm not. I don't think it's anything out of haters or anything like that. It feels as if I'm like on a never-ending, like vicious circle. Like it just, and health-wise as well. I haven't really got any better, but since I've moved in here. So yeah, it's just like this is. It's round about the same time every morning, from about 3:15 till about in between 3:15 and 3:15. And I always wake up round about that time as well. It doesn't matter what time I went to sleep. So it's just.
Right. Did you know that's the week in an hour?
I've been told. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's the reverse of what came in through the light is the darkness. Okay. Is there been anything? You mentioned the wardrobe and you mentioned the stuff falling off the wardrobe. Has that been a regular thing? Do you mind if I ask you these questions? I've got to know.
No, that's fine. Yeah, no, it was just the once. It was just the once.
It's just the once, right? Okay, and that was that recent.
That was January.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So it's starting to get to the stage where it gets really active, and then it dies off, and then it's getting it to that level. Right. Okay. So we're looking at an earthbound spirit then, if that's the case. Because what happens with earthbound spirits is that they get so frustrated they're stuck. Okay. And they get that build up and the anger and the impression and the negativity and everything else. And then it's like a teddy out of a cot, like throwing its toy out of the cot type of thing. It's attacking you, but it wants to. It can't suppress its emotion because it hasn't got a voice. In terms towards how many bedrooms is it? 2 or 3?
It's 3.
3 bedrooms, right? Okay. Yeah. And your bedroom goes up and then it turns to the right, does it? It
goes up the stairs.
Yeah, and then it goes to the right.
Yes.
Because it's the first door facing the stairs. Is that your son's room?
Yeah, that's my son's room, yeah.
Okay. It's the first door facing the stairs.
Yeah.
You've got a mirror facing that door when you come up them stairs. Move that mirror.
I had a vase with mirror bits on it.
Yep, you need to get rid of anything that's connected to mirrors in the room.
That's gone. That actually went today.
Has it really?
Yeah. Yeah. I've actually got rid of that today, yeah.
Did you feel just an urge to get rid of it, or?
Well, I was doing my housework and I wanted rid of it for a while. But yeah, he just took it out the house and got rid of it.
Right. Okay. Okay. So, has your children experienced something? How was your son?
No, it's just me and my partner, really.
Partner. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
What does your partner think of it all?
Well, one of the times he actually woke us up because he was like, listen, and it was him that pointed it out. And then I don't know if it's because of him pointing it out that it's got to the point where I'm noticing it more and more.
Right. So yeah. Yeah. Well, I just need to there's 2 things I can do for you here, Trish. Right? Are you ready?
Yeah.
But all your family's in the room live, are they? They're in the house. I mean, and everybody's in the house that lives in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you're aware that I'd be able to cleanse houses. I don't know if you're aware of that. Okay.
Okay.
But there's two things I can do. One of them is I'm going to send an angel straight away to you now. Okay. To help. To just, well, what happens is that I can bring that channel through. I can open up your vibration, and it just lets that angel just come in and just sweep right through the rooms. Okay. Another thing as well, we can send this over or keep it at arm's length, and
Yeah.
it can instantly happen now. So what do you want to do? Because all I've got to do is say a few words, right?
Yeah.
While you're live, okay? And all you got to do is put the phone down and close your eyes. And while we bring the energy through, and then we'll be able to send a little angel to come in and just give it a little bit of a nudge. It's not going to hurt anything. It's not going to harm anything. This is an earthbound spirit that is not attached to the house.
Yeah.
But it's affecting your health.
Mm-hmm.
It's making you feel very, very, it normally affects one person out of the people that live in the room, that live in the house. It normally aims at one because it can't have the strength to aim at all. So what you're feeling is that you may be describing things to, and your partner is picking up on it. And it's good that you've got that support, but you're feeling that you're questioning what you're seeing then and what you're experiencing too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So when it comes to that, then this has got to be shifted off. It's got to go.
Yeah.
Do you want it to go?
Please.
Okay. Right. Hold on a moment. I'm just going to come off. I'm just going to go off my, I can still hear you, but I'm just going to go off and get this text. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Yep. You're still there? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Bear with me for a moment while I just get this text, and then I will be all yours. Is that okay? While I'm doing that,
fine.
while I'm doing that, please close your eyes and just ask what you want from this, because the reason why I want to do it instantly is I can see it's affecting you. I can see it's really getting to you. And is it getting to the point where you feel like you can't go out the door?
No. Not as such, no. Just, I think it's more like, is it me just imagining things, or is it, basically, am I cracking up? Like, that type of,
Well, can I honestly say that I deal with this on a daily basis, and the amount of people that come to me and say between them times and give me the same regular pattern of what you're going through. So I'd say, no, you're not cracking up. I just say it's something that is, you've got to try your best to cope with living amongst this energy, and you don't realize how much it wears you out until it actually happens. Do you see what I mean? Until you go through it, right? So this is the hardest thing about it all, is a lot of people just put up with it, suffer in silence with it, and just say, right, okay, let's just get on with it. And it's still there, and they come accustomed to it, but not when it's affecting everything that's happening, and it's affecting your sleep, and it's affecting your resting. That's something that needs to be shifted off. Okay, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Go ahead with it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nothing will happen. It will just bring an addition. It will bring light, and it will also ask the spirit that's in your home, which is an illusion, has got to leave now. Okay, I'll go and get my mobile phone, get the script up, and then we can start straight away. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
I'm doing it live as well. Everything happens for a reason, I would say. And you trust me. Thank you.
Thank you.
2 moments, my dear. I'll go and get my phone. Okay, here we go. Now, this is something that is connected to the higher vibration. And what that means is we have like our spirit guides, we have our guardian angels, and we also have our ancient masters. Okay. And when you tap into a vibration like I do on a daily basis, the ancient masters connect to a signal that comes through and just give you that lovely energy, warmth, feeling great, feeling calm, and feeling in tuned, and the house will start settling down. Is that okay? Yep.
Yeah.
So it's just going to take a moment, and then we can be able to, but my voice does change when it goes through this because I'm a physical medium, but not changing that much, to be honest. Okay. So are you ready? Yeah. Right. Okay. So all I ask is to close your eyes. Just put the camera down. You can still hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, that's fine. You just breathe through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe in the energy. And just imagine that you're breathing in pure energy, pure white light from the nose all the way to the core, all the way out. Breathe in positivity and release and bring out negativity. Okay? And as you're just finding this little nice quiet space and everything is in tune, this is where I can bring the angels in to help you and just take this energy off. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Now I'm closing my eyes as well, and I ask for the love from Archangel Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael, for your presence to be known in this beautiful circle of light. Breathe in the energy, Trish. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Breathe it in, breathe it out. And there we go. In the name of that I am, I ask that this movement and this presence be filled with angel light. Angels from the ancient masters and the realms from the city of light to where the ancient masters dwell. All that it is less than divine will enter this energy. All that is less, which is an illusion, must leave now. In the name of that I am, I connect towards these angels, to guardian angel Uriel, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, from the north, from the east, from the west, and to the south, all reigned in a beautiful essence of light. All that is less than divine, which is an illusion, must leave now. And as the energy proceeds through your home, a vibrant light, a vibrant energy, fulfilling the home, centering, connecting, and using a strength, neutralizing any negatives, neutralizing anything that is seeping through all bases of the home, the structure, the light, the energy. As it comes in a transcending of Saint Germain in the fire of flame, ascending in the energy of pure light. Cleanse Trisha's home, cleanse her family, cleanse and bring pure light and energy. In the name of that I am, all is well. So Trish.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you feel a breeze?
It's hard to tell. I've got a fan on in my room.
Because I felt heavy from the feet down when I connected there. Okay. What we need to do is we need to keep in touch with each other, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then you'll let me know how tonight carries out, because even though you might feel that them words are connected, the name of that I am is the higher vibration. It's towards God's energy. It's towards the light that's going up and above and beyond. So it's a vibration. It's like a command. Okay. So what happens there is that I've sent all that energy for you. And that means that it can be able to take up to a few hours for it to calm down. Please let me know by tonight or tomorrow whether that energy is starting to sell.
Yeah. How would I do that?
It will just like, if you don't hear any knocks and bangs, if you don't hear anything and you feel like it's gone a little bit lighter.
Yeah. I just thought it was like family members. I think that's why I didn't really,
family members
feel like,
in what way?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just, just hoping that, I don't know.
Do you think it was good family members trying to give you comfort?
Well, yeah, I haven't really got any bad family members.
That's what I mean. So if your family members are beautiful, the old saying goes this: your family love you. Yeah, they would never ever disturb you. They would never wake you up and tap on the door.
Yeah,
they would never give you anything that would make you feel ill. It's definitely not a family member, my love.
Yeah,
it's being something that's been like dormant in that house for a while. And it's just like a vacuum. It just comes in and it just like takes you on a journey. It just like your well-being, your mental health, and it knocks you off balance.
Yeah.
So that's what I always believe. And it comes to this understanding where you can turn around and say, right, okay, my family's coming through. Because sometimes when we have these really bad oppressive energy, spirit can't come through. Your family can't come through because they're too attacked by what's going on. So now they can walk freely. But if I give you 24 hours for the energy to set, I'll send you my email, and then please get back in touch with me, and then we can be able to see how you're getting on. And I'm always here, Trish. I'm not far away. I specialize in this because I honestly believe that sometimes these things happen to us on such a harrowing experience. It just, you feel so alone through it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope that gives you comfort anyway, Trish.
It does.
Thank you very much for connecting to me. Your family are always with you, my dear. They're not far away from the truth. And that's important. But if this shifts on, then you can be able to have a lovely, nice, angelic new future in a way.
Yeah.
Settle in the house.
Yeah.
Until they come along, my dear, and give you a peace offering, and it's like, oh, well, I paid half the rent today, that's fine. Then you'll be able to, yeah, it's okay, fine. But they're not. And it's intruding. So they've got to go the journey.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
Trish, thank you very much. Please keep me in touch. I hope that gives you comfort. A lot of people are saying to me that they closed their eyes and they went their legs. Lindsay says her legs went all tingly. People are saying that, they could see a light in the room change and pink light. So everybody was sending you energy there, even myself. Keep in touch though, Trish. Thank you very much, my love. It's been a pleasure. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, that was beautiful. It was really helpful as well. A lot of people are saying that they're connected to that energy. That is so good. Now then, I'm going to send the link over again, and we are going to proceed. Here we go. So we were going on to hauntings, regression, and imaginary friends. Yeah. And I've been working now for the last hour and a half, which has gone extremely well. Please come and join me. Put your experiences together. Tell us a ghost story. Tell us something that happened to you when you were a child. Why is it imaginary friends come in child form? What is that? What's going on there? Yeah. Why are so many spirits, dark shadows? Because of their energy. It depends on their mindset as well. Andrew, if you look at a person that is being very oppressive and negative all their life, they're not going to come to light and turn out good, especially if they don't believe, and especially if they can't understand their transition, what they went through. Lindsay said demons. Yeah, demons never be born. Demons are never born. They're from something that is connected to that has been summoned, or it can connect towards the base of dark omens. But demons are never been born, apart from Judas, of course. Yes. I had an imaginary friend as a child that took him everywhere. Great. Could you be able to share this with us, Alison? We'll send you the link, my dear. Is everybody enjoying tonight? I've got another hour, so it'll be really lovely. It'd be nice to get some more messages coming in. I've got Ray that wants to see me. Hello, Ray. Hello. It's lovely to connect. I'm just waiting for a camera to join. And I'm going to grab some water while I'm here. Yes, and oh, your dad is beautiful. Your dad loves you very dearly, Trish, and he'll be with you always. Yes. Thank you. Okay. So we have Ray. And we have, oh, thank you very much, Sarah. I appreciate this. Come and join me. Alison, I'm sending you a link there. I've sent everybody a link, really. Yeah. Come and join me. Ray, are you with me? You got your camera all ready to go? It's been interesting tonight. Yeah. It was interesting last week as well. That was the first podcast that was launched. And it looks like it's going to get more... excuse me, interesting as time goes on. I'm going to put Dean's message up there. I'm struggling with life. She brought me up from the age of 8 and was like a mother. Oh, Dean, I'm sending love and empathy with you there, love. It's beautiful to know that you had a lovely lady that looked after you. And like I say, when it comes towards them settling in the spirit world, they go to the Hall of Memories and they transcend into that beautiful angel light. And that is something that we have to come to an understanding of the loss, but it's also the growth in spirit as well. So I'll send love and healing to you, Dean. I'm sorry to hear you lost your gran. Your nana, sorry. Excuse me. I couldn't clear that. Okay. Have we got Ray? Ray, sorry. Would you like to come and join me? I'm going to go. I can't get a camera on. Yes, and I'm waiting for other people to join me. And by the way, a new subject for next week is grief. Grief, loss, and soul searching next week. Yes. Please come and join me live. So, we've connected so many levels. We've helped so many people along the way, especially Trish. And it's coming to that understanding now where we are reading from the same page in so many ways. Alison's joined me. Ray's joined me now. Okay, that's great. And it's nice to hear your views. It's lovely to connect. There we are. I've got you now. Fabulous. So, Ray, are you ready? Here we go. Hello, my love.
Hello, my darling.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm just listening to you in bed.
Oh, God bless you.
I'm coming to see you soon.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's great to hear from you. It
Lovely
really
to hear
is.
from you.
Yes, you enjoyed your weekend?
Yeah, it was my birthday yesterday.
Oh, fabulous.
It
Yes,
was.
you have a nice day.
Lovely wee day, yes. Nice. Sad, but nice. Bittersweet, pet.
Yeah. Yeah, you want something from the heart. Yes.
Yep.
It would have been with you,
Bittersweet.
love. Yes. It would be with you.
Yep.
And I'm pleased to, it is. It's lovely that, we've been connecting over the last few years, and it's lovely to bring that energy forward as well.
Yep.
And as we know, but as time goes on, it gives great comfort to them to know that like on a birthday or a celebration that they are with you. So Ray, coming in towards our call tonight, imaginary friends. Have you ever experienced that before?
Yes.
Right. Would you like to share with us all?
So long ago. It must have been when I was a little kid. I used to think I had an imaginary friend.
Really?
Really.
Did it appear in like a child form or?
No, I just talked to somebody. I
Right.
just kept talking to somebody. Like, and I called them my imaginary friend.
So they never give any name, or they came with their own character or anything
No.
like that?
No.
No?
No. No.
And did it start when you were little?
Yes.
Wow.
And
And when did you feel like it left you then?
as I say, it's so long ago. I really don't know, Suzanne. I really don't know.
No? So
No,
you kept this open with your family, or did you just keep it to yourself, really?
kept it to myself.
Oh, wow.
Me and my imaginary friend.
That is, do you know what it is? I'd rather have an imaginary friend sometimes when you're a child,
Yes.
especially than what you get, because kids can be cruel, can't they? And
Yeah.
this, that, and the other. Yeah. Yes. That's interesting, though. It really is that you didn't know who it was or
No,
what it
I
was
didn't know
bringing
who it
in.
was.
It was just an energy that come in,
It
an
was just.
angelic energy.
It must have been. It must have been. And then
Yeah.
maybe I didn't know. It was angelic energy. And maybe
That is
just didn't
great.
realise.
Yeah. And like you just mentioned there as well, we all need it in our lives sometimes, because when we grow up, we're trying to evolve, but we're also trying to find ourselves and where our place in the world.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? Even though you don't realize it, because what's the one thing they used to say when you were a kid? What do you want to do when you grow up?
Yes.
What do you want this and do you want that? And you're like, yeah, I want to be a nurse. I wanted to be a nun.
Are you watching the Woman in the Wall at the minute?
No. The
No,
Woman in the Wall.
The
No.
Woman in the Wall. It's very, very good. It's about the nuns and the Magdalene nurses away back in Ireland years and years and years ago.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Really? And what is the Woman in the Wall? Is the nun then?
No,
No.
she's not the nun. No,
Oh
you
my
have to watch
God.
it. iPlayer,
Wait,
BBC iPlayer.
I'll have a look at that. Woman in the Wall.
The
Is
Woman
that
in
what
the
it is?
Wall.
Woman in the Wall. Oh, fabulous. I'll have a look at that.
Have you ever heard tell of them? The Magdalene nurses? No.
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 No. Magdalene nurses.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And this is in Ireland, yeah?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. I'll have a look at that. Make sure
Have a
you
look
share
at that.
it with me. Yeah. Is it like on a spiritual level, or is it just like is it a horror or a mystery?
No, it's a true story.
Really?
It would be based on a true story, yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. It would have been when years ago that how would I say, your child was taken from you
Right. Right. Mm-hmm.
by the nuns and the priest.
Yes.
They were called Magdalene nurses.
That's right. Yes. And you never seen the child, and that was it.
You never seen the child, and that was it.
Yeah.
But this is about like a conspiracy with the priest and the nuns, where they issued death certificates, but the child hadn't died.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to tell you anymore.
To get into that. Yes.
But it actually turned out that the priest, the chapel, had sold the children, the babies.
There's a lot of things going on back then, wasn't there? Yes.
We'll chat about that later.
Yes. That's interesting, that, because I remember watching I was reading an article and I was watching a documentary about this young girl, and again, you know, she got the Magdalene nurses, they're called, are they? Yes.
Magdalene nurses, uh-huh.
Yes. And she was 15, and she had a little girl, and then she didn't realize that it's like she traced it back, and they traced it all the way back, and they're similar to the death certificate and things like that. And then she found the child. She found the child. It was like in Brighton, but it was just being shipped across over the channel.
Oh my goodness.
And that was it. Yes, yes. So I remember, and then reading the documentary, watching the documentary, get my teeth in, watching the documentary, and then reading up on afterwards that all of this used to happen back in the day, you know. And it's like what we used to say, there's no contraception, there's no like, you know, we've got the what are they called, abortions or anything like that. It's just they went through so much. So yeah, there must have been taken thousands of children then.
Oh, there was thousands.
Yeah. Hey, that's interesting. I'll definitely have a look at that. So getting back to your imaginary friend and the essence that was there, what would you say now, looking back on it, if say for instance your grandchild came up and says, I'm talking to some energy, or I'm talking to you know, a friend that I've met, right? Would you be very open towards it?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Encourage it to a certain extent.
To a certain extent.
Yeah.
To a certain extent. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what
Bobby talks to his granda all the time.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Talks to his granda all the time. And would bring me feathers. If he found a feather at school, he would bring me the feather.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
And he's not aware of the what the recognition of the feather is, like, you know.
He said it was his granda.
Oh, fabulous.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And a butterfly.
Oh, lovely.
Mm-hmm. Is his granda coming to make sure he's okay?
And that's beautiful. How old's Bobby now?
6.
Wow. So he hasn't lost that innocence. He's still very in tune towards what's coming through.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is lovely. And it's like you say as well, that would give him like a beautiful comfort to know that
I
It
think
every
it
goes in life.
does. I think it does. I think it does, Suzanne. Yes,
Yeah,
it
because he's
does.
involving him. He's involving him all the time.
Yep, he is. Oh, yes, he does. He
That's
does.
lovely to know. And
Hmm.
like you say, I mean, your husband's been passed. Is it 3 years coming up?
2 coming up.
2. Oh my God. Yeah, that's right. Because it was 2019 when we met, wasn't it?
Hmm.
It was 2020 when we met. Oh, would you believe that?
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And guess who's got a little baby girl? You were right. You were right.
Your son's got a baby girl.
You told me that. Yes. Yes.
Oh, I could just see him being a proud dad. I could just see him.
She's called Poppy.
Really? Oh, how old is she?
5 months.
Oh, best 5 months ever.
And you told me she would be born early, and she was. There you
Wow.
go.
Wow. Oh, bless her. Oh, you'll have to send me a photograph of her because that is lovely.
I will send you a photograph. I will send you a photograph.
That is lovely, that. She's the image of her dad, as I guessing.
I don't know. I don't know. She's called Poppy.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Because Colin's funeral was on Remembrance Day,
Oh, yes.
and that's why she's called Poppy.
Oh, that's such a lovely news, you know. That's so nice. It is.
That's why she's called Poppy.
I bet she came as a breath of fresh air.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
And is he looking forward to? Is he be looking look forward to the future?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Completely changed person.
Really?
Really?
You see, that's parenthood for you, man.
I will tell you all when I see you.
Yes. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, thank you for letting me know.
Oh,
Little Poppy.
Poppy.
Oh, she'd be a delight. Oh, that just try and send a photo if you can.
I will send you a photo. Yeah, I'll send you a photo.
That is lovely because we've gone on a journey, love, since your husband passed, and
yeah,
it's coming to that nice, like, you know, and it's lovely to see that it's all starting to come together. You know, but he's always with you.
Rhonda's coming to see you too.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh,
yes.
Tell her thank you.
She's coming too.
Lovely. Do you remember that time when you came to see us? And it was this time last year, and I just moved house.
Yes.
Or moving house.
You were moving house. Yes.
I had one settee and one little chair, and you were the last reading in that house. And I was like, after this, I'm shutting them doors forever. And yes, I did. I shut the doors forever. Yes. But yeah. That was this time last year, you know.
It was. Yeah, it was. Mm-hmm. It was.
Oh. And look now, 5 months on.
5 months on.
Beautiful. Yes, you got a beautiful 5-month-old granddaughter. Wow. Yep. That is lovely. Oh, it's been a pleasure. Yes, it's been a pleasure, my love. Thank you for sharing your experiences with me tonight.
Okay, honey, I will talk to you soon.
Yes, and lovely. You've made me night. You really have. And send my love to the family.
I will, honey. I will.
Take care now. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, wow, that's so touching. That's so beautiful. That really is. Okay. Right, we have Alison, who'd like to come and join us. Alison. I can see everybody joining me. Oh, that is lovely, Trish. He's around you. He's connecting to you on so many levels. Yeah, my grandson has always spoken to my dad past 18 months and before he was born. And now, wow, that is lovely, Sarah. Would you like to join me and share your experiences, love? Okay, here we go. I'm just waiting for the live stream. It keeps on going in and out. I don't know if anybody's having any problems here. Hello, I can see everybody joining me. Hello, it's so lovely. Now, Alison has had a past life experience or an imaginary friend. Let me see. Hello, Alison. Are you ready? Here we go.
Hi,
Hello, my dear. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Lovely to see you.
It's lovely to see you. And
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming on and sharing your experience.
Yeah, I remember my imaginary friend. I
Right.
used to take, it was a boy. I could take him everywhere. And I even knew, I didn't see him. I was aware of him and I knew what he looked like in my mind's eye. He had very dark hair, very
Right.
pale skin, rosy cheeks. And I got his name as being somebody called Gary.
Oh,
Yeah, and I used to take him, and when I used to get on the bus, I would let him sit by the window seat, and I would sit and chat because I wanted him to sit in the window so nobody would sit on him. I'd sit on the other seat and chat away to him. But when I was very young, I had him from a very young age because my mother took us to the doctors and said I was
Gary.
talking to somebody, and the doctor told her to stop stressing and be grateful that your child has got a very good imagination. So my mum stopped saying there was something wrong with us.
Right.
But
Oh,
then
wow.
it,
Good doctor then.
yeah, and then it progressed a bit as I got older, sort of early teens. Gary sort of disappeared, but then I started saying things like I started getting smells of flowers. And every time I would smell flowers, there would be news coming to the family, either a birth or a death, or there would be news. So every time I smelt the flowers, my mum used to say, oh, there must be news coming. So my mum started to take notice. But then as I got to sort of 16, 17, it sort of left us for a while because I was into other things and what have you. But periodically through life, things would happen. And I would just know things. I don't know how I knew them. I would just know things.
Right.
And then I would get up for no reason. I would get up out of bed and be drawn to go to the top of the stairs and look. And I'd look down the stairs, and through the bars, I seen a man in olden day clothes. And when he looked up at us, and when he seen us, he stepped back. But when he stepped back, he disappeared through the living room wall.
Oh, wow.
So I started to see spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And another time, I woke up and I could see a figure just standing in my bedroom, and it was a lady, and she had a long black dress on, but it had a bustle on the back. And years later, I was looking through photographs with my grandmother, and she says, oh, look, that's my grandmother or her mother. And I says, oh, I've seen that lady. That's the lady that was in my room.
Oh, wow.
And the other thing I had once, I was lying in bed and I felt a cold draft on my knee. Well, the blanket had come off us and something was tucking us in. I almost woke up, but didn't fully wake up, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So a few experiences. Another experience I had was when I got married to Aidan. We disappeared to Gretna Green, and we had his brother and his wife came as our witnesses, and we stayed in this cottage. And when we got into the cottage, I thought, oh, it's a bit strange in here. And there was a picture of Jesus at the bottom of the bed, and I thought, how the heck can you celebrate your honeymoon with Jesus watching you on your wedding night? So anyway, we had a laugh about it. But as I went to sleep, I fell asleep, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and I sat up, just sat bolt upright in bed, swung my arms out and went, "You bastard," like that, pardon for swearing. And my husband says, "Oh, I wish I'd known you could swear like that before I married you." What, you've got to laugh. But anyway, turns out the next day, in the cottage, the forum, we decided we would just have a quiet day, and we played Trivial Pursuit, and each question that was coming, there was loads of questions coming up where the answer was crossroads, right?
Right.
Anyway, a bit later on, my sister-in-law says to me, right, come on, me and you will pop down in the car and get some food and that for tonight, ready for going away. We're going to go over to the lakes in the morning. I says, right. But I went into my bedroom and Aidan came in and he says, what's wrong with you? I says, I don't want to go in the car with her. He says, what? I said, I don't want to get in the car with her. I just don't want to go in the car with her. He says, don't be silly. She'll be offended. Get in the car with her. Well, I felt like I was being forced against my will. So I got in the car, waved. Anyway, we're going down the road. She took the top off the car. It was open. She put some classical music on. It was a beautiful day. Bright blue, white clouds, gorgeous. Travelling down, I knew nothing more. Bang! This car came across crossroads at the right of her. Terrible car accident. And the first thing I heard after that was her push her arms out and shout at the man the B word.
No way.
Yeah. And I thought,
even premonitioned that the night before.
Yeah.
She was going to shout.
Yeah, she must have. Yeah, that all in my husband sort of says, good Lord. And I says, you knew I didn't want to get in that car. I should have listened to my intuition and not gone in the car. But anyway, that's by the by. So obviously later on in life it's come back to us. And then about, I did the meditations with you.
Yes.
All through lockdown, did the meditation. That awakened us again to the point where I didn't know quite how to do anything. Things were coming to us, or somebody would ask us a question, and I'd come out with all this stuff. Don't know where it was coming from. Anyway, I've know about spiritual laws now, but this guy came, right? He came for the government's putting these new things in your wall installation and stuff like that.
Right.
He came to our property to see if we could do it and blah blah blah. And he stood in my kitchen, and before he went, he said to us, "Right, I better get back to the wife." And I don't know, for some reason, just there I go again, switched off, looked into his eyes and says, "The wife?" He says, yes, she's not my wife, but we've got children together and live with her. And before I could stop myself, I went, "But you cheated on her." Well, his face was a picture. I says, "You've cheated on her." And I says, "The person you cheated on her with, honestly, couldn't hold a candle to this girl that you're with." And I says, "But you're on your last chance, mate." I says, "Because if you botch up this time, that's it. You're going out to her like her." And he started to get twitchy. And then he
My
sort of,
God.
I know, Aidan, my husband says, "Oh my God, I didn't know where to put myself." He says, "Here."
Is he in the room as well?
Yeah. He says, "My God, I didn't know where to put myself." So I said, "I'm sorry." He goes, he says, I'm twitchy now. Anyway, he had to come back a few weeks later, and when he came in, I didn't say nothing to him, but he went round the house. You know that advert where Mr. Sheen goes whizzing around the house? It was like, it was like Mr. Sheen. He couldn't wait to get out. So anyway, I've since learned not to just blurt things out to people, because I really should ask their permission if I can, you know, say what I'm going to say. But I would.
But that had to be for a reason, that one, though, Alison.
Right.
I'm sorry, maybe you needed to give him a shock.
Yeah. To wake up to him, you know, this is yeah. But we've also seen, me and my husband, in a new build house, seen spirit together, and it was beautiful. What happened was, we're in bed fast asleep, then you know when you just wake up before a baby cries?
Yeah.
Well, that's what happened. Hang on, I'll just put this charger. I woke up as if a baby was just going to cry, and I woke up, and I looked at the bottom of the bed, and beside the wall I could see like a man standing, just very vaguely, almost see through. And I went, Aidan, and Aidan went, "Shut up, I've seen," and he pulled the blankets over my head. So he must have woke up the same as me, and we're both seen together. So I pushed the blankets off him, and we're lying there in awe, because the room filled with, I can't describe it. I've got no words, no earthly words to describe the sensation we felt. You think somebody had just shot me with a dose of Valium each. We felt relaxed, peaceful. It was the most beautiful feeling ever.
So it was an angel then?
Well, a couple of weeks later, who the person that looked like, I found out that person had died.
No way.
Fortnightly. Yeah, and he must have come to say goodbye.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So strange things like that. So I believe that my imaginary child came to me and guided me to the point where I moved on to something else.
Yeah.
And then and then obviously I broke my progression from it. But since the last since going into the meditation with you, it's relighted all that for us. So I'm trying. I'm trying to sort of develop properly.
Which is important.
Yeah.
It's important for the balance, really.
Yeah, but I just know I'm well protected.
Yeah, great.
We've moved into this house, and there's quite a few different spirits in here, but there's nothing horrible. When we first moved in, there was a lot of disturbance and a lot of funny things going on and what have you. But when the scene is renovating it and putting it nice and cozy and everything, it's all settled down.
Oh, brilliant. Oh,
yeah.
Great. Is that the big barn house you've got? You're on your own, aren't you now?
Farm cottages. We used to be in a little village, but we moved here about 6-7 years ago, and it's like three old cottages knocked into one. It's been old farm cottages.
So that's why you have all these problems then, because you've got 3 cottages rolling into one.
Yeah.
Does it have 3 steps where it goes in between one house? Is that the middle one?
It hasn't got steps anymore. It's the man that used to live here was paraplegic, so it's the floor slopes down.
Right, thank you, because that's the gentleman that's reigns in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I thought he did.
around you a lot because he's heavy breathing.
Right.
It's like, that's I'm picking up that from him while you're talking to me right now.
Right.
He died there.
I don't know if he died here or in hospital,
Right.
but I think now that he can walk or whatever in spirit, I think he walks from the little sitting room across the hallway. Because
Yeah.
my grandson's seen him, and so has Aidan, seen like a shadow walk down that way.
Right.
And when we come to view the house, the door that he would probably walk along that way, that door just came open a little bit.
Oh, weird.
Mm-hmm.
So he would have lived in you've got the three houses. One's tiny, one's a lot smaller than the other two.
There's, if you can imagine, in the olden days, there would have been like one up, one down.
Yes.
So you come into the back door, you're into like a galley kitchen. You go up 2 steps into a sitting room. To the right, there's the same size room that's a dining room, and to the left, this is the room I'm in now, which I've turned into a bedroom. Then you go down the hallway with a slope, which takes you into a new build part. It's a new room being built on where there used to be old like outhouses.
Right. Okay. So that little corridor that you've got is very active then.
Yeah.
Where it slopes down. So it's going in connection towards the old place. Dwelling
It comes from the old place into like what's a new build part.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna stay there. You're gonna stay there a while.
Oh, I think I'll probably stay here till I'm haunting it.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna stay there years.
Yeah.
And your cats love it as well.
Yeah, got the cats. Got 2 cats, 2 dogs.
And the cats love this house.
Yeah. They're indoor cats because we're next to a main road, but so look,
I just feel there's one cat that just looks up, peers out the front window.
Yeah.
Looking at the view.
Yeah.
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 It's nice to
so
be settled.
It feels, people come into the house and they say, oh, it feels lovely in here.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Well, I feel all right in here.
Yeah.
But I do sense things quite a bit.
Yeah.
But nothing. Nothing that's. Yeah. Like I smell my grandmother around us a lot of the time when there's going to be some news.
Oh, that's really
my dad is always around us apparently. Because I asked him, I says, Dad, you know, when you die, how are you going to let us know that there is an afterlife? He says, I'll come, he used the word SHIT. He says, I'll come back and poo on your windows. And he does. And he does. Every now and again, I get up and...
Are you trying to tell me he says, I'm going to come and possess a bird and shite
after your windows, yeah. And he does, because if there's any birds poo, it's always on my side of the windscreen or my side of the car door or on one of my windows.
It's like Alfred Hitchcock, the birds.
Yeah, his name was Alf.
His name was Alf. Well, that's where the Alfred come in.
Yeah, but no.
That's your dad's way of saying, yep, I'm 1 step ahead of you.
Yeah, he is. So it just shows you. So if my grandchildren see anything or they've sensed anything, I don't, I just say to them, all right, and what was that like? And how did you feel? And, because they go through stages. And I say, there's nothing to be frightened of.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But if something does disturb you, just tell us and then we'll get somebody to sort it out.
Yes. Yes.
I tell you what happens when children are working their ticket with us.
Right.
something will happen, like a light will flicker, and it stops them. So I think because my grandson, teenager, I was babysitting. He was 14, and he started giving us some jip. And he was standing arguing on the top of his landing, and the light started to flicker, and he jumped out of his room practically across my shoulder to get down the stairs. He got that much of a fright.
And did they give you any more hassle?
No, because I said to him, I says, you see, I've got friends on the other side. Behave yourself.
Yeah. And literally that light bulb moment.
Yeah. So yeah.
Man, my kids sit there and think that they can get one step ahead of me, man.
I know. Well, I think this is why I fostered for a lot of years, because I thought, I wonder why me sort of senses haven't led us on to do things, but they have really, because spirits worked with me, with the children I've looked after, because I always know when they're telling a lie. I always can tell what they've actually done, and they go, oh, you're a witch, you. And I'll say, yeah, you better believe it.
And it keeps them on the toes, though, doesn't it? And it makes them more aware and more perceptible towards spirit themselves, because
Yeah.
it's like what I always say. It's say for instance, my children, right? Okay, I'll give you a fine example, because the closest ones to me. The certain things they say to me, they're like, Mom, especially when I was a kid, and that I couldn't have grown up like normal. I was like, well, what
Yeah.
do you mean you couldn't have grown up normal? Of course you are, you're normal. What's the definition to normal? And they were like, because you used to tell me, away from that one,
Yeah.
don't go there, come back at before 6. And they were like, you're actually winding us up. I says, of course I was, man, but it worked, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's it.
Right.
My grandson, he's very in tune, I think, because he said a funny thing to me today. He was just sitting there on his iPad, and he looked up and he goes, I need to touch grass. I says, what? He says, I need to touch grass. I says, what do you mean? He says, I need to get outside and feel the earth. I've been too stuck in.
Oh, that's good.
And he's only 7.
That's really good. That's tapping into Mother Nature, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see,
He obviously felt his energy needed the ground or whatever.
Yeah. Or a new connection is, it's like we all say that when you take your shoes off and you plunge through the earth and all this, that you connect to your root chakra. So yeah.
Yeah.
No harm in that.
So yeah. So I've always been strange as well. I remember sitting in assembly when I was about 5, 6 year old, and they were starting to tell stories out of the Bible, and I remember looking around and thinking, I don't believe this. I don't believe it. I believe there is. I believe the stories has been embellished, but I believe there's a higher thing than this, or higher energy source than Jesus. That I just knew I believed, but differently to what the Bible was preaching.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's just the King James's version as well, anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
I think it's in the family, because my grandmother her sister used to read the playing cards, but my nana used to see a big Indian chief at the bottom of her bed, and she was terrified. She used to run away from it.
Right.
And my dad, he seen an Indian once, and he ran down the stairs as if his backside was on fire.
Wow. So this Indian chief must have been assigned to the family. Have you ever seen the Indian chief?
I haven't seen the Indian chief as such, with all the big feathers down.
Right.
In my meditations, I've seen an Indian's face come forward. Or once when I was washing my face with water, I seen an Indian, but he was in modern day clothing. he had
Right?
like a checky thick one of those tartany checky shirts on.
Yeah. Like a lumberjack shirt
Yeah, but he
thing.
had but he was an Indian and he had long grey hair.
Oh,
So
right.
yeah,
That's interesting that you've seen him in modern day and connection towards the way that they are, where the beast through the trekking and
yeah,
spirituality.
mm,
Satan.
yeah.
Yes.
So encourage your imaginary friends because they will
Yes, that's very true. Yeah. Totally
pass,
agree with you.
because they guide you. I think because I was always aware of as a child of things would stop us from going a certain way,
Yeah.
or things would tell us to choose that path to go past the park that way. You know what I mean? So just something there keeping you safe all the time.
Definitely. And you've got to keep that. And we've been born with all of this connecting to animals, to things, to Native Americans,
Yeah,
connects,
yeah.
all connects on every level. Thank you for sharing that with me, Alison. I really appreciate that, love.
It's been a pleasure. It's
It
nice to
has.
see you. Nice to
Yeah.
see you again.
Yes, I'm back on the scene again. Yeah,
Great.
I've been very busy this year, doing a little bit of Florence Nightingale.
I
Yeah,
said before, I'm asking after Alex, and I said Murphy. I meant Marley.
my Marley is under my feet at the minute, so yeah,
Yeah,
he's
but
doing.
He's not snoring, so that's a good thing. We can't hear him.
Not yet, and he's not barking, so that's a good thing. Not
Yeah.
yet. Yes.
Well, love to you and
Love
all
to
your
meet
family.
you. It's great to see you, and thank you very much for sharing your experience, love.
I will,
Enjoy
and
the rest of the evening.
I'm still in touch with Roger.
Oh, lovely.
I've met Roger a few times. He's been to the house
Oh,
with his
that's
lovely
lovely.
wife. Yeah, he's lovely.
Um,
And we still talk to Helen
Oh,
and
lovely.
Murray. Yeah.
Oh, that's gorgeous. That's so nice, and it's all connects, isn't it?
Yeah.
You still got
Yeah.
that
So
beautiful friendship.
yeah.
That's lovely.
Lovely Suzanne. Lots of love.
Okay, take care, love. Thank you.
Bye.
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 Oh, that's so nice. So interesting as well, that what Alison was telling me about, the chiefs and the way that it come through modern age. It was beautiful. And it's lovely. Yes, I can see everybody joining me now. Now I've got Sarah Weston, Tink Weston. Are you with me, Sarah? Please join me because we're coming to the end of the show very soon. Has everybody enjoyed it? I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's fascinating how many people are experiencing imaginary friends or hauntings, bad energy, good energy, something that's guiding them, premonitions of what's happened, get out and jump out of bed and, scream that, and then all of a sudden the next day an incident happens, and just everybody just like sharing their experiences, which is fascinating. So I'm going to go straight to Sarah. Sarah, are you with me? Yes? Hello, Sarah. Hi.
Hello.
Thank you for waiting. Are you okay?
My pleasure. I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, well, I am now. I've just been in bed for 10 days with COVID, but on the mend now.
It's getting worse, isn't
It
it?
finally caught me.
So it's the first
I
time you
managed to
caught
get
it.
all the way through 3 years working and all over the place. Never got it. Went away last weekend and came back with COVID.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It
Yeah.
just wipes us off our feet, doesn't it? It takes us.
Oh, it
Yeah,
definitely did.
yeah.
Yeah.
My brother is in Australia. He was on his way home, and then 5-6 days beforehand that he caught COVID, and just took him, he's like yourself, very strong, and then all of a sudden it just floors you, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm getting there. I still got
Yeah.
a bit of brain fog, but apart from the brain fog, I think I'm okay.
Oh, it leaves an impression, doesn't it?
Oh, it does.
So, Sarah, we're talking about imaginary friends tonight. Okay, is there anything you'd like to share with us, an experience or
There's
regression?
not so much imaginary friends.
Okay.
Well, I don't believe he's an imaginary friend. So I had an older brother who was killed in a car accident when he was 5 months old.
Oh, wow.
So obviously I never met him because he was before me. So obviously back in the 60s, they said best way to get over losing a child is to have another child. So I am the result of mum and dad obviously having another child. So I've always been told, you're not a replacement, etc., etc. But I've always felt that David is with me, and like he is basically my guardian angel, my guiding light. So I talk to him all the time. I don't think a day goes past when I don't have some sort of conversation. Or the funniest thing is he tells me off when I'm driving.
Wow.
So I can
Really?
be in the car with people that don't know about my spiritual side or my anything else, and I'll just sit there and I'll suddenly say, "All right, stop moaning at me," and they're like, "What the hell are you talking about?" But I hear him in my head yelling at me, "Put both hands on the wheel, stop driving with one finger," and it's so funny.
As we all do, because I've done that myself. Yes. That.
Yeah.
Yes. So he
Yes.
comes through with the knowledge of your intuition on the
Yeah.
spiritual side. So he
Yeah.
steps in your psychic ability.
He
Yeah.
does.
And
He does.
he will be
all the
with
time.
you. He will be with you. But isn't that lovely to know that you've still got that bond then?
Oh, absolutely. It's strange because I have an older brother as well who was also involved in the car accident. He will never speak about David, ever.
Wow.
Never speaks about him at all. It's like he's wiped him. But then on his anniversary and on his birthday, he will send like mum a message to say, thinking of you. And my mum's always chuffed a bit then because there is no other recognition.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
whether he's tried to like wipe out the whole accident, etc., etc., I don't know.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I feel I don't even know how to describe it. I feel more connected to him, even though I never knew him.
Yeah.
Than anybody else in the family. So like I
But
say, I believe he's with me all the time. So yeah,
and that's
really nice.
that's lovely to know. And like you said there, even if you weren't aware of David passing over, say for instance he never told you, you'll still be searching for that energy because you'll be still searching for that bond. So him living in spirit and you're connected in the living, it's like an umbilical cord. It's like that etheric cord that unites the both
I almost
together.
feel in a way like part of him was reborn in me.
Oh, I can understand that.
So
I can.
Because I was very much a tomboy when I was small, even though I had long hair. I was still very, very much a tomboy. And my dad would always say to me, are you sure you're not him? Pretty sure.
He's got a second chance, yeah, but he's coming back as female form. Yeah.
Absolutely. But on the also on the the spiritual side, like I said in my note, my dad passed away 2016, and my grandson was born 2018. They lived with us when they was first born. So when he first started crawling and making all his baby noises and everything, he then discovered the stairs, and he would stop halfway up the stairs, and he would sit, and in his baby noises would sit, and he would babble and babble and babble, and he wouldn't move, and he's looking around, and he's like, and when he got a little bit older, we said to him, "You talking to somebody?" And as soon as he could say the word granddad, he was saying granddad.
Oh.
And obviously he never met him because he was gone like 18 months before he was born. And then I only have a couple of pictures of dad around, but I've never really shown them to him or pointed out who it was in the photographs. But we took him over to see my mum, and obviously there's like thousands of photos of dad around mum's place. And he went straight up to the photographs and he pointed at them and said, "It's granddad. It's granddad." Every photo, he picked my dad out of every photo. And I said to him, "How do you know that's granddad?" And he said, "I talk a granddad."
Wow.
And so, and then I was lucky enough because I'm right down on the south coast, and we have a couple down here called the Heavenly Voices, and they work with a spirit table. Well, I thought I was just going to see mediums, and they would be telling me everything. And when I arrived, one of the girls, because they came down to do like a little house party type thing, and one of the girls said to me, "Have you got all your questions ready? Do you know who you want to speak to?" And I'm like, "Sorry." And they said, "Well, you'll get to speak to whoever you want to speak to. You'll get to talk to them." And I was like, I don't understand, bit weird, bit phenomenal in my head. But I sat, and straight away dad came through. And I actually asked the question, "Have you seen," and I didn't say the baby's name. I said, "Have you seen Tom's son?" And he said, "Yes, and he sees me." So I actually got confirmation from my dad that it is him that he's talking to all the time. Yeah.
Oh, that's so pure, isn't it?
Oh,
that is so lovely.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And
It is.
I've got photographs of dad when he was kind of 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
And they are so similar. I've got photographs of my grandson, and I put them side by side, and it's just like, hang on a minute.
The two peas in a pod. Isn't it funny that there is certain parts of family members that reign, and they're identical but in modern day form?
Yeah.
It's like strange, isn't it?
It is.
That is so wonderful to know.
I know,
and especially,
I know dad's with me all the time anyway.
Yeah. And that gives you the great comfort.
Yeah, in the same way that I speak to David all the time, obviously I speak to dad all the time. I'm just not sure whether I'm hearing what I want to hear, or if I am actually hearing my dad. He tells me off.
Does he?
Constantly tells me off.
Well, was your dad like that when he was here?
In a way, yeah. Growing up, he was, yeah. Very much so.
Because I just feel that sometimes when you're so familiar with them, talking to them and connecting with them and keeping the memory alive, It just, what he's trying to bring that message across because you're familiar with his character. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, well, the other thing. So my dad was very much into feeding the birds when he was here,
Right.
and I've got photographs of him with like pigeons sat on his hand, and he had this one pigeon that would actually knock on the window, and then my dad would go out to the shed to get the bird feed, and the pigeon would go in with him and would actually sit and peck on the box where the bird feed was kept. So when so Dad was taken into the hospice on the Monday night, and before I left, I said to him, "Make sure you come back." I said, "You make sure you give me signs." And the one thing I said to him, just don't come back as a bloody pigeon. So he died he died the following morning. And I've always said that my nan, so my dad's mum, was a robin. And no word of a lie, we got back to my mum's house and I sat in the front room and a robin appeared on the patio outside the door. And I went, "Okay, Nan, is that you? Or Dad, have you actually come back as a robin?" And no word of a lie, within seconds, a pigeon came down and sat next to this robin on the patio. So I now say, tell everybody that my dad's a pigeon. But then, so
Well-
that was, like I say, that was 2016. And in 2019, I think it was, yes, it was. So I kicked my husband out because I caught him cheating. I sunk into a very, very deep depression. And I'd actually gone over to my mum's one day, and I actually received the first phone call from the mental health people, because I'd been referred through the doctors because I had been rock bottom. I didn't want to be here. And this lady said to me on the phone, she said, "Well, what makes you feel that way?" And I said, "I've had enough. I just want to be with my dad." And I was actually out having a lunch with my mum at the time. And I think it was the first time my mum realised how low I was. We got back to her flat and a pigeon appeared on her balcony. And I started giggling. And she said, "What's the matter?" I went, "He's following us." And she said, "What do you mean?" And no word of a lie, this pigeon threw itself at her patio windows 3 times before it then got up and went away. And she said, "You see, he's telling you, you're supposed to be here." So yeah, there's all sorts of connections, and
It's
I just wish he hadn't
true,
come back
isn't
as a
it?
bloody pigeon.
And I often believe as well, there's one person that really, really does everything. They make your life complete. And when they leave, it's the soul. Grief is the soul searching for the other soul. It's searching that deep that nobody else will ever compare to this person.
Oh, no one will ever live up to my dad.
No, there you go. That's what I'm saying. Nobody will ever compare to your dad. So when we have our low moments, all we need is that person to step up, and it gives us that strength to say, right, okay, yeah, I get it. And it's a beautiful experience, though, love. But he's coming through to the grandson now.
Yeah.
And that again is another way of him coming through and keeping his memory alive.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
his memory will never die anyway.
no.
But it took me a long time, but then I chose to not think that he died, but to think that he lived, and by God did he live. you know. So, and now he's, like I say, he still lives on. And even
Yeah.
my dog will sit at the bottom of the stairs and just stare up the middle of the stairs. And that was another question that I asked when I was having this spirit table experience.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Dad confirmed that the dog sees him on the stairs. So why he sits halfway up the stairs, I don't know, but that's where he's chosen to sit.
Oh, it's not bizarre because maybe the message there is I'm halfway, but I'm not going to go any further.
Well,
Meaning,
could well be.
I'm only halfway. I know where I am. I know I've got to go in heaven, but I'd rather stay here. I'll meet you halfway.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the
The
message.
But one of the other things that came out on the spirit table, I actually said to him, did he know what was happening in November? And he actually spelt out on this table, yes, Amber's having a baby. Well, that
Oh,
was
wow.
my son's girlfriend, and my son wasn't even with her at the time when Dad was around, but he actually spelled out, and my son, in his infinite wisdom, has called my grandson Omega. So I said to, so the guy that was doing the table said to me, do you know if they've chosen a name? And I went, yeah. And he went, not a fan then? I went, no, it's awful. And he then said, Paul, do you know what the baby's name is going to be? And he spelt out Omega.
And that's the
Now
baby's name.
yeah. Now there was
And
only
me?
me, my son, and his girlfriend that knew that they were going to call him Omega.
So is that after the Alpha and Omega? The beginning and the end?
They were going to call him King Omega.
King Omega. The child has to go to school.
Exactly.
But Omega is the unison between the church, isn't it? It's the Alpha and Omega.
Yeah.
So the Alpha is one, and the Omega is the connection to the unison.
Yeah, he has a sister
Oh.
called Elvie because when she was born, she looked like an elf.
I bet she looked beautiful.
Don't even go there.
I bet she looked beautiful.
No, she's demonic.
I remember one thing: demonics and little demons can never be born. So she's this one day unison, beautiful, unique child that knows everything.
Well, so they stayed with me for a little while as well, and I'd said to my son and his girlfriend, look, go out, just go out, walk down the pub, go and have a drink. You've only got to leave her for like an hour, because they were desperate to get away from her. And she was in a travel cot at the time. Well, she completely trashed my room. She emptied everything out of this travel cot, and I actually sat and videoed her because her expression changed. She was screeching like a banshee.
Mm-hmm.
And about an hour after she calmed down, she said to me, Nana, go on iPad. So I went on the iPad, and she said, what were you doing on an iPad? So I played back the video of her with all this screaming and trashing and everything else. And she looked at it and she went, oh, who's that very bad girl? She had no clue that it was her.
Wow.
And it was like she was possessed with all this screaming and everything else. It was the weirdest experience of my life.
So she can't remember doing that then?
No, She didn't remember any of it. She said to me, Nana, that's a very naughty girl. I said, yeah, you were. She went, that's not me. Yeah, it is you. But yeah,
How
she
old
had
is
no.
she?
She was 4 at the time, I think. Yeah, she's about, oh my goodness, what is she? 6 or 7 now.
Totally different child, I hope.
Well, she's still a bit out there.
We have to be, though, don't we? In ways.
She's
Yes, but
definitely a
I
character.
understand that. And wow, it's like, what goes on here for the child's point of view. God, we are definitely, and very, very strong energy there. Yes. Well, Sarah, thank you for sharing what you went through, love. And thank you very much for sharing all your experiences as well, because they're fascinating. They are. And your dad's always with you, and David is always there.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
lovely to know. That is so nice to know.
Yeah.
And like you've just mentioned there, it's like you keep their memory alive and take them in the heart, take them with you with your heart,
Well, that's one
carry
thing.
there.
So I've also got, I don't know if you can see it. I've got a little necklace there, which has got Dad's ashes in, and I've got a matching ring. Hang on, where's the camera? That way.
Oh,
So
isn't
I've got
that
a matching
beautiful?
ring, and Litland that speaks to him every time he would sit on my lap, even when he was very tiny, and he would hold it all the time, and he'd tug it, and I'd say to him, and he'd go, Grandad.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so he knows. So,
It must be connected towards the past life. That's got to be something, because like you've just said, he's too young, and he understands, and he's totally aware that he's there.
Yeah.
And standing in the middle of
all the
at
time.
the top of the stairs. That is beautiful. It is. And it should be so, because I know that we could turn around and say, oh, right, okay, the children should be seen but not heard type of thing. That's back then. Look at the support we've got now. I mean, I wish I would have had this support network when I was younger to understand what was going on around myself. So you can imagine now all the help and support that your grandson's going to receive.
Yeah.
When he's developing, it's just going to be a beautiful gift that he can pursue later on when he and it gives him a different resource in himself.
I just hope he never loses it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because he often do.
So
yeah,
he will be very, very encouraged by myself.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, I remember when I was a kid and I used to say, Dad, there's a man in the room, and they'd be like, oh, come on, pack it in, will you? Things like that. And you'd be like, but Dad, that is. And then later on, he realized, oh, there's something going on here. But when you're a kid, you're trying to describe to them, you're trying to face barriers in front of your parents to know, but you haven't got that. You've got that angelic essence with them. Yeah. And that is a strength in a way, isn't it?
It is.
But thank you for sharing that, Sarah. I really appreciate it, love.
Thanks for having me on.
And I've loved it. We've had a laugh, and like you said as well, it's just important to keep to keep your dad's memory alive, and especially Dave.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, my love.
Take
care. Let's enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you. Bye. Fabulous. Wonder where tonight was taking us. Yes, it's been absolutely exceptional again. But the only thing that comes to this time is it's been 2.5 hours. Well, 2 hours and 40 minutes, it says there. Yeah, nearly 3 hours again. Did you enjoy tonight? Have you enjoyed connecting and listening to people? Have you enjoyed how we can be able to, balance things in towards children, imaginary friends, listen to people's experiences, and also being part of that as well. And the connection to Patricia as well, what's going on around her house, and also Aileen about what happened to what she went through with the man walking beside the bed and then straight to the dresser. Absolutely beautiful. Well, next week I have a special guest coming up to see me. She will be with me on Thursday. So this special guest is closest lady to my heart, and I was going to ask if she could join us next Sunday and take part. I'll have to find a chair for her. I'll find a little stool or a box. That's fine. No problems. But she'll be fine. Don't worry. But she'll be with us. And all I can say is she's going to stay with me for a couple of weeks. So be prepared. No, she's staying with me. Don't worry. Yeah, but her name's Auntie Eileen. And she's coming up and she's going to join our live. She's going to get really involved. But don't do two things. Don't mention Boris. And definitely. Yeah. Don't mention him. No, I'm only joking. And you'll enjoy her. You'll enjoy the company because she is a beautiful, most angelic person I've ever met in life. And I just want to say, when she joins you, she's the heart and soul. We'll have a laugh. We will. We'll definitely have a laugh. But like I say, getting back to tonight, it has been such a rewarding experience and a lovely comforting experience about what a lot of people are going through and what they have gone through. Even back to the first message from Sarah, what she experienced as well and how she was so drawn to Native Americans. It's lovely, but there is a pattern forming with this. So I think we'll take this next week again. So if you would like to join me or join my newsletter, please email Suzanne Gill at suzannegill.net, and then we'll be able to take it from there. If you have an experience you want me to talk online next week, let me know. But I just want to say thank you very much for your time. Thank you so much for joining me and staying with me for the last 3 hours. Well, approaching 3 hours. So I will see you next week, 8 o'clock. Please leave a review. It's been a pleasure. And again, fabulous. Thank you very much. Look after yourselves and enjoy your week.